Sawadika. Today is the 8th of April, and Napoleon and I jointly, it's a joint venture, want to tell you never tear anything down unless you are prepared to build something better in its place. Finally, we're getting to real estate. I'm happy. I like this. This is good stuff. In fact, what's funny, ha ha ha, a coincidence, whatever, karma of the world, the way things work. One of my agents, One Realty Corp in America, Henry Angeli, and I called him Angeli for years, and then he finally got frustrated and with everybody calling him Angeli, and said it's pronounced Angeli. So now we know how to say it. Anyway, he's doing it at a high level. He's one of those guys killing it even during COVID. Nothing stopped him. And he posted today, how much to tear down this concrete block garage. Apparently, it's got a bad roof. And then he's like, or how much is it to re-roof it, reframe and re-roof? And I'm like, yeah, that's what you want to do. Keep the garage. It's an asset. People use it to store things, lawnmowers, paint, whatever, or make it a second room. Space, covered space. You can throw an air conditioning unit in there, whatever. It's useful. Don't demo it. Demo is the easiest, cheapest thing to do in real estate, but it doesn't always make sense. If you can save it. It's usable space. So never tear down anything unless you are prepared to build something better in its place. That's true for problems and solutions, which is what I suspect he's going to talk about, and it's also true for physical buildings. So, like I said, see the parallel. Henry posted today on Facebook, how much to tear it down, and he's like, well, how much to re-roof, and then somebody replied a comment, and he's like, yeah, I'll probably re-roof it. So he came around. He's a smart guy. He figured it out. This rule applies to both individuals and things. There you go. No, I won't stop. I won't stop doing that because it just is. Okay, so yes, it applies to individuals and things. It's easy to criticize other people thoughtlessly for their shortcomings, and equally easy to find fault in their work or in situations that are not to your liking. Very easy. The easiest job in the world is being a critic, whether it's a movie critic or a book critic or a music. Okay, stop. Have some coffee. Music critic. That's the easiest job in the world because all you're doing is judging somebody else's hard work, right? It takes a lot of inspiration, a lot of time, a lot of work to make a piece of art, write a great song, or a song. Even if it's a crappy song, it takes a lot of time to make that song. And here the critic is like, okay, I'll listen to the song. Yeah, I don't like it. It's shit. This band sucks. Who the fuck are you? What have you written? Right? I mean, that goes back to the other day when we talked about, yesterday was the 10 years from now, but the who told you it couldn't be done, right? That's critics. Critics criticize, and they make a living tearing other people's shit down. And it's like, well, what have you created, Mr. Critic? You go to a restaurant and you blast the food and say it sucks and this and that. What have you cooked? What have you made? Oh, that's not the point. Yeah, exactly. It is the point. I'm not even sure why we have critics. I mean, one of the good things about the internet, and there's a lot of bad things about the internet, but one of the good things about the internet is you get reviews from people, word of mouth reviews. Hey, I went there, I tried it, I didn't like it, I liked it, your mileage may vary, right? But they're not professional critics, they're just people like you. And, at some point you meet people who like the same food you like, and, or like generally are in agreement, and you'll follow their reviews, just like people used to do with critics. So I think the internet might have put critics out of business for the most part. There might be a few hanging on, but eventually that job will go away, and that's a good thing because they tear shit down without producing anything. It's far more difficult to be a all right, I really do got to stop. I'm sorry because it's just double now. It's just he's saying the same thing I just said. It is far more difficult to be a builder of people and to create works of art, useful products, or profitable businesses That's true. Make sure you are a builder, not a destroyer of people and things. Yeah. It's a good lesson. It's a good lesson for today. I like it. When you criticize the actions or work of others, your children, your employee, oh, your children, he's talking about parenting now too. So he's definitely broadened the scope. This is cool. Your children, your employees, or others for whom you are responsible, make sure your criticisms are positive and directed at the act. Yeah, criticize the behavior, not the person. You've heard that before too, and that's absolutely true. Or the opportunity for improvement, not the individual. It goes over. Include specific suggestions for their application and focus on the potential for success. Cool, 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 cool. So, I was talking to somebody, and I don't remember who because my brain is mush these days, about dating. And I was talking about dating in business terms, and they were laughing kind of uncomfortably, going like, you're crazy, dude. What the fuck? What? Like, there's dating and there's business. No. A lot of things that make you successful in business also make you successful in dating and relationships, because business, if you're doing it right, is nothing more than a series of relationships. And when you understand that, you're one step closer to getting to where you want to be. So treating people with respect and dignity has a place in your personal life, as a parent, as a boyfriend, girlfriend, lover, wife, husband, as a boss in a workplace, as an employee in the workplace, with your peers, treating people with dignity and respect, and being positive has a place everywhere in your life. And that's what he's saying today, and I like it. I like it. I like this one a lot. A couple times recently I said, wow, what a good paragraph, good nuggets. This is more overall philosophy of life. So if you're thinking the positive action plan doesn't apply to you, it should. Today, especially above all days, should apply to you 24/7, and no matter what you're doing. Your relationships with people, your relationships in business with customers, and like I said. And also, another huge concept is, instead of criticizing other people, focus on building. And what he doesn't say in here, but what I like, and he said in other things in other ways, is focus on yourself, right? You're not responsible for other people. So tearing them down isn't your job. Building yourself up is your job. Make sense? So, good one. April the 8th. Put it in the, it's a, she's done, and she's a good one. Y'all have a good day. Real quick, I'm running down to Hangdong again. It's not a holiday today. I looked. It's not Chakri Memorial Day. I told Miss Parn yesterday, my visa lady, she met me at the land office to fix the deed on the investment condo. They spelt my name wrong. Imagine that. I'm a Frank. It's gonna happen. Shit like that happens here. Just so I didn't go down to take care of the truck and the motorcycles yesterday, because I went up to Sandside to get the deed fixed, because I needed that for my yellow book. The yellow book, proof of ownership of Thai property, is going to help me buy and sell vehicles in the future. So I took a day that I had earmarked to go south and went north, took care of that very important thing. It has to be correct. I need that yellow book. Now, I was able to get the residence certificates, which I filmed, and that was good enough to start the bike process and finish it, whatever. But long term, it's much easier with a Thai driver's license, which I also did yesterday. I stopped by the hospital and got my checkup, paid my 300 baht from my doctor to sign a piece of paper. Yes, it's another of a long line of, people call them scams. They're not really scams. It's just ways for Thai people to make money from foreigners. They're all over the place. There's a lot of opportunities for Thai people to make money from foreigners. That's one of them. Okay, I pay $10, and I'm gonna get I'll pay more at DMV, and I'll get a Thai driver's license. I'm okay with that. I don't mind paying $10 to get a driver's license. I'm sure the one in the States costs more. I don't remember what I paid for my Florida license, but it was more than $10, I'm sure. They had their hands out too. Government always has their hands out. So I did that yesterday and met Miss Parn. And I told her about the holiday, the Chakri Memorial. That's why the business was closed. And she said, and she's Buddhist. And she wasn't even aware that was a holiday, yet the government was closed. And so it's just the way it worked. And when I told her the story about going down to the motorcycle place that first time when I had them loaded up in the back of the truck, and it was Friday and it was 11:30 and there was no reason they should have been closed. She's like, yeah, that sometimes they just, they take off, and we all know, we being Thai people, we know that they're closed that day. It's not announced, it's not whatever. We just know. And I said, that's why I pay you, because you know things I don't know, because we're in Thailand, right? And the very good news is she agreed to start being my assistant. So I told you all I was going to go to these offices, learn the ropes, go through, the shuffle like I have been. Oh, you need copies of this, you need copies of that, and it's a huge pain in the ass, and it takes a lot of time, but I wanted to go through it so that I know what it takes to get a bike done. I know the steps. I know what it takes to get a car done. I'm going through the steps. I know what it takes to buy a condo. I've gone through the steps. Now that I know the steps, I can delegate and say, here's 300 baht, here's 500 baht, $10, $15 US. You go stand in line and get a deli number. You sit and wait in a seat, and then you go up and talk to the lady. And here's the deal. When Miss Parn goes up and talks to the lady at the window, it will be a lot shorter conversation. There'll be a lot less miscommunication. Even if they speak English, they don't speak English well enough that they understand everything I say, and I understand everything they say. It's confusing when you don't speak Thai like I don't, and they don't speak perfect English, which not many people here speak perfect English. Doing technical details and transfers and things like that are much more difficult. There's a lot more room for misunderstanding. They spelt my name wrong on the deed to the condo. It happens. It's going to happen. And with my little intrepid, she's 5 foot nothing, like most Thai women are, right? She's just this little tough guy, and she gets it done. She's the one who got my bank account open. She's the one who got me the proper visa. She's the one who got me transferred from the 90-day visa to the year visa. She gets shit done. So I have absolutely no problem paying her to get shit done for me. So all I have to do going forward is go to the auction and bring money. I can do that. I can show up at the auction with money. And then, once she does her part, she'll step in, handle the paperwork. Once everything's in my name, then I take pictures, and eventually I could probably have somebody do that too. Take pictures. I did with my houses in Florida. I had somebody go out and take pictures of the house. I bought, fixed, and sold houses, never having been to the house. And to some of you, you can't wrap your head around that, but I did that by design. I made my money on my phone and sitting in my office, and I liked it like that. And I'll do that again here too. So, yeah, that's it. We'll get it in a system to where, all I have to do is go to the auction and buy the bike. That's my job. And everything else will be taken care of by Thai people who are much more efficient at it than I am. So, systemize. That's your next step. Get an idea for a business, put it in place, do it, and then as soon as you can, delegate the sitting at the DMV. Right? My time is worth more than sitting at the DMV and dealing with functionaries in the government. Let somebody else do that and pay them money. And it's all just added onto the price of the vehicle. Right? I said to Ms. Parton, yeah, just let me know what you charge, and I can add that to the cost of the vehicle, the auction fee, and the VAT tax, the 7% VAT tax, and then there's your fee. It's just all cost of the vehicle to me. It doesn't matter. I'm not emotionally attached to any expense or anything. It doesn't mean anything. It's just another cost. You understand? It's just another business cost. Now, I like Miss Barnes. She's a great lady. We talk, communicate. She helps me a lot. That's separate. What she charges to sit at the DMV for me, or it's called Land Transportation Office here, that's just a business expense. It's just another thing you add to the price of the bike that you have to account, and okay, here's my profit and I'm going to sell for this. That's all. It's very simple, guys. Not not rocket scientist. If it was rocket science, I wouldn't be able to do it because I'm definitely not a rocket scientist. Y'all be good. Have a good day.